Welcome to our in-depth report on a pressing issue in the digital age. Today, we delve into how major tech companies are implementing new online content rules and the controversial impact these rules are having on information related to conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. The digital landscape is constantly evolving, and with it, the regulations governing online content. Recently, new online rules have been introduced with the stated aim of curbing misinformation and harmful content. These new rules, often broad in their scope, empower tech platforms to take more aggressive action against content deemed problematic. The stated purpose is to foster a safer online environment, free from hate speech, incitement to violence, and fake news. However, these well-intentioned rules are now at the center of a significant controversy. Reports indicate that under these new guidelines, tech giants are inadvertently, or perhaps intentionally, blocking posts related to the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. In Ukraine, where the conflict continues to rage, content from journalists, citizens, and even official sources is reportedly being removed or restricted. This raises serious questions about the free flow of information from a war zone. For instance, videos documenting civilian casualties, first-hand accounts of military actions, and humanitarian aid efforts have allegedly been taken down. These are critical pieces of information that help the world understand the realities on the ground. The implications for information dissemination are profound. If first-hand accounts and critical reporting are suppressed, it creates a void that can be filled by propaganda, or simply silence. This directly impacts public awareness and international response. Similarly, in the context of Gaza, content related to the humanitarian crisis, civilian life under conflict, and political developments is also facing heightened scrutiny and removal. This is impacting efforts to shed light on a deeply complex situation. Examples include personal stories of displacement, images of damaged infrastructure, and reports from human rights organizations. These restrictions make it harder for the global community to grasp the human cost of the conflict. For humanitarian organizations and journalists, these restrictions are a significant hurdle. Their ability to share vital information, raise awareness, and garner support is severely hampered, potentially impacting aid efforts and accountability. What do the tech giants say about these actions? They largely maintain that their content moderation policies are applied universally to combat misinformation and harmful content, regardless of the subject matter or geographic location. Companies often issue official statements emphasizing their commitment to user safety and adherence to local and international regulations. They cite policies against hate speech, incitement to violence, and the spread of false information. Their interpretation of these new online regulations often leads to a cautious approach, sometimes resulting in what critics call over-moderation. The challenge lies in accurately distinguishing between legitimate news or testimony and harmful content. However, these actions have not gone without significant criticism. Human rights organizations, free speech advocates, and even some governments are raising alarms about potential censorship and bias. Many argue that the broad application of these rules disproportionately affects marginalized voices and those trying to document human rights abuses in conflict zones. They fear that legitimate reporting is being stifled under the guise of combating misinformation. Concerns about censorship are paramount, with fears that tech companies are becoming arbiters of truth, potentially shaping narratives by selectively allowing or blocking information. This also raises questions about inherent biases within AI moderation systems. The broader implications of this trend are far-reaching. It impacts how the public perceives global events, influences humanitarian aid efforts, and could even affect geopolitical dynamics. Finding the right balance between combating misinformation and ensuring free expression is a monumental challenge. It requires nuanced approaches that consider the context and intent behind the content. The role of tech companies as arbiters of information in global conflicts is unprecedented. Their decisions have a direct impact on transparency, accountability, and the global understanding of critical events. In conclusion, the issue of tech giants blocking Ukraine and Gaza posts under new online rules is complex and multifaceted, with significant implications for information freedom and global awareness. We've discussed the new rules, their impact on content from conflict zones, the perspectives of tech companies, and the widespread criticisms. The ongoing debate highlights the urgent need for transparency and accountability. It is crucial that tech platforms provide clear guidelines, engage in transparent moderation practices, and are held accountable for decisions that impact the global information landscape, especially concerning critical world events.